as they develop down in the pit area, do some of our victory lane announcing, and also some of the call of the action up here from on top as well. As we get set for some of the action here from Holly Commander's Valley of Speed with Pure Stock Racing. Ready to roll off first, on track. Our first event of the night. It is for the Pure Stock division, and for it, let's go to Dan Martin.
Well, thank you, John, as they make their way down here into turn number 1 behind the Lebanon Valley Pace Truck. This is the first of what will be 3 regular Pure Stock features. We'll have 3 regular Pure Stock features. Let's take the top 7 of each one of those feature events, move them into the Boomers Performance Pure Stock Classic. That'll be the final event on tonight's racing program. They'll run a 20-lap feature event. At the end, these features will run 8 laps. So they've cut what the distance. We've been running 10 laps here in recent weeks. Going to shorten them by 2 and then run a 20-lapper at the end of the night for the combined cars from the 3 features. Field coming down, still a little slick up here on the racing surface, so we'll get them around here under caution. I believe the word going down, they're going to go green next time by. So we'll set the starting grid as they make their way by. That's the 35 up on the outside. That's Dylan Fachini. If you're new to the broadcast here from Lebanon Valley, the way we start and restart our grids, the fast lane here, the preferred lane on the outside, that gets the odd positions, the even positions down to the inside. So the 35 up on the outside, he'll be the pace setter. That's Dylan Fachini. To the inside, the 62 of Ryan Procopio. Then it's going to be the 93 of Jay Casey up on the outside of row number 2. The 76 down to the inside of him, that's Franklin Smith. The 43 of Brian Walsh comes from the outside of row 3. The double deuce, that's the 22 of Rob Partridge down to the inside of him. Got Jeff Melt Sr. with a 5X, Colby Kokosa with a 00X. Back here towards the tail of the field, the 273 of Dave Strebel, also out there on your starting grid. We're gone green down the back straightaway for the first time. One car out of shape, hang on, Franklin Smith. You saw him out of shape there, but he gathered it back up. There's your leaders up through the corner. A little bit of slip sliding here on the high side. They come around to put lap number 1 on the board. Score it for the 35 of Dylan Fachini. Fachini, your leader. Jay Casey rides second. Ryan Procopio, they're in third. At your top 3, you're looking at there. Backside of the Casey racer, stepping out off of turn number 2 that time. As they make their way down to turn number 3, there's another race for position. Dave Strebel working up around the 5 of Jeff Melt. Strebel got his hands full up top. Still a little bit slick out here on the racing surface after the moisture that had been put down after the pre-race practice sessions. That right now is the race for third. Ryan Procopio, your third place car, the 43 of Brian Walsh just behind him. Now a change for the lead. Jay Casey swinging up to the outside of the 35 of Dylan Fachini, but Fachini going to come back down low and retake that number 1 position. Fachini and Casey run 1-2 up through turn 1 and 2, down off a corner number 2 down the back straightaway. It is Dylan Fachini by a car length over the 93 of Jay Casey. Casey there in a runner-up position, looking down to the inside now, drifting up the bank a little bit as they come down to the halfway side. This time by, it'll be 4 in and 4 remain for Dylan Fachini. That's the 2-car battle you're watching up here through turn 1 and 2 as they work their way off the corner down the back straightaway. Going to be Fachini by less than a car length as they work their way down to turn number 3. Jay Casey hanging right there with him. Another 2-car battle back behind them as your leaders work off at turn number 4. Still all Dylan Fachini on the front. Jay Casey rides second. Third position is Ryan Procopio. Brian Walsh rides 4th, and spot number 5 to car number 5. That's Jeff Melt Sr. Lead duo still separated by about a car length as they get down here to turn number 3. Dylan Fachini showing the way. Little wiggle once again by Fachini, but Casey cannot pull in on him. They come to 2 to go this time by. 6 laps in, 2 laps remaining. for the top two cars working off of turn number 2. Dylan Fachini trying to notch win number 1 on the season. Casey's got one to his credit. They work up through turn 3 and 4. A little bit of a push there. Fachini going to catch up with it now. He comes down to the white flag. First across the line with the white flag flying. Final time around. Has Jay Casey got anything for Dylan Fachini as they work their way off of corner number 2? Down that long Lebanon back straightaway up into the West End banking for the final time. Here in our first event on tonight's program, Casey got the wall up there in the corner. That's going to seal the deal for Dylan Fachini. Checkers are out. Fachini will notch the victory. Dylan Fachini comes home the winner. Second spot will go to the 93 of Jay Casey. As you see him coming down the back straightaway, they'll be taking a hard left-hand turn into the pit area. Casey coming home in position number